you hit those timings quite right. The key thing is going towards that diffusal Yasha into Manta style, and then you can really start melting people down. Cignal Ultra, they're going for something that keeps up with that aggression. Shadow Demon, Legion Commander, goes online early, goes online fast, gets control in those team fights, and really just starts to snowball from that laning phase. With that support, Dark Bull as well coming out from TNC, which we don't see too often. At the very least, we did not see too often in these close qualifiers here. It's going to be interesting to see that back in effect. Just a lot of nice early control coming out. And again, you cannot underestimate the damage that these heroes pump out. There you go. The Jakiro comes out really good in conjunction with the Naga, of course. Gives you some great push as well. Great AoE control after the song. So, it's just a very, very straightforward pickup here for TNC. And it should be something they know how to execute, of course. This is a classic sort of draft from several metas. Very solid,
10 seconds
regardless. And it should work out well for them if they can pull it off.
It should. Cignal Ultra, though, what are they up to with this? It's another bit of a strange opening with the Shadow Demon Legion Commander. I wonder where they'll head with this. Of course, in their mental state right now, I mean, after over 1 hour game up against the best team in the close qualifiers, they were so darn close. This must be a bit of a frustrating situation for them. They would have loved to at least get the first game. Where do they head with this draft? Fair enough, you pick up the Mirana, you've already got the Shadow Demon. TNC, they will not think about it. It's the Tim's Earthshaker coming. Is it a Tim's Earthshaker? I don't know. It should be.
Should be. But could still be the KP one. I mean, what's the KP hero if not? Like, Korajakiro? Or support Naga. But that is extremely old meta, I think. I don't think it works out well nowadays. Of course, you can always try. This could be TNC just trying. They tend to do that in Game 2. They try.
Well, Cignal Ultra. 4th pick. 50 seconds reserve time left.
I'm actually really interested to see what exactly their Nando here will be. TNC has banned out that Void consistently. So it's not there. They go with the Gyro themselves this time. This is gonna be interesting. They want to take that hero back. Show TNC how to run it, I guess. Up against Naga, of course, it comes online quite fast. And should snowball a bit faster.
Team ban.
Well, final banouts now. The Kunkka is the ban from TNC Predator. Cignal Ultra. 1 left for them. Does feel like Cignal Ultra do need a bit more stable team fight with their lineup, but they still do have 1 more mid pickup to make.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't wonder what they'll go into for that mid pickup. It's TNC, I mean, they've got this weird lineup and you have no clue what they're up to. Can we just do something crazy? Like, can we just get a Meepo or something as a last pick for Cignal Ultra? Does anyone play Meepo on the side of Cignal? Jamesy? You a Meepo player? Probably not. Probably not the game up against an Earthshaker, to be fair.
TNC Predators turn.
Ember Spirit.
So go back into the Ember Spirit. Interesting, to say the least. But see if they give it back to Nando, or if they'll give it to Jamesy again. Both of which have played it before. John, have I lost you again?
10 seconds remaining.
Well, that explains why John's not talking. I've lost John.
5 seconds remaining.
Looks like it's so late for him that his internet's just giving up. TNC Predator. Gonna finally start using reserve time. This is the first time they let it tick down. Solid draft coming out from Cignal Ultra. TNC, they finish off with the Zeus. Okay. Mel will pick up the Zeus. Gabby will be on the Earthshaker. So position 1 Earthshaker. Tims will take the Dark Willow, KP on the off-lane Naga Siren, and March on the Jakiro. Whew. Here we go again. The pause 1 Earthshake. I mean, it's been a long time since I've got to see this. Because it does pop up here and there, and if any team's going to do it, it is TNC. How well does it work, though, is the question. I mean, they have so much disable on the side of TNC against the side of Cignal Ultra. Those enchant totems tend to hit pretty darn hard. Still, you are jumping straight into a gyrocopter who does like it when you're close up because of that rocket barrage. James, you won't exactly mind either on the Ember Spirit. Nor will Van on the Legion Commander. So we should be getting into this game pretty darn soon. Of course, this is the second game of this best of 2. After this, I believe there will be tiebreakers straight away. I'm not 100% sure what the format of those tiebreakers are going to be.
These are best of 1s, Mike, based on the rulebook.
Does anyone follow the rulebook, John?
I do, Mike, and the teams, well, they listen to me. I wish they did. I wish they didn't, Mike. I should probably stop talking about rules in the lounge in the lobby.
You're referring to that time a couple days
Yes.
ago. Yeah.
Oh, yes. No, I should never raise it up. They should just go on. Unaware. Ignorance is bliss. And you know, I wish I was ignorant about, Mike. I wish I was ignorant about my own internet. It sure seems ignorant of me, Mike. It's not considerate of my feelings. Of how I feel about paying for this damn internet. In fact, Cignal. The company that owns Cignal actually
Don't
owns...
say anything about sponsors, please, Jonathan.
They're not sponsors, fortunately enough. But that company really needs to get its shit together. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh my. When John X Fire swears, you know he's upset. The arrow will go past KP, a nice little juke there from him.
30 seconds to battle.
So the position 1 Earthshaker, John, in case you missed out.
Oh my god. It's TNC. It's game 2, of course. What do you expect? They shake things up. I mean, look.
Because the first game was just too easy for them, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're just having fun here. Just saying hi. It's a long
Arrow?
ride. Arrow hits.
Does connect onto Gabby. There's not really going to be a follow-up to it. It's just a bit of right-click damage from Van. But Van's copying more damage. Gabby throws out the Fisher. Now they will see Eris jump in on the Mirana. And that'll be enough of that. Though Arrow will be available in 1 second. If they can land it, perhaps they find a kill. Though March, he'll be the one to cop it for Gabby. And March may actually go down if Eris doesn't miss too much uphill. Yeah, it looks like it will be the first blood going to the way of Cignal Ultra once again. Very early on. Does TNC care? Probably not.
Probably not. It's not the biggest kill in the world. They do understand that this is a very strong opening from Cignal. If they land those arrows, those are basically just killed. So props to Cignal for finding that first blood. Gabby Earthshaker. I wonder how he's going to gear up. Is he still going to go for that standard utility, Ags, Blink? Or is he going to go for the crit? Rush the Daedalus at some point? I think that's how you do it.
Sorry to the viewers. I realize I forgot the draft overlay on. I apologize. It's getting late.
Oh no, chat's going to explode, Mike.
They really are. I apologize in advance. Or rather, delayed apology, but my bad. It's a bit late. Draft overlay's gone as Tims will go down to the bot lane. Nando will pick up the kill on the gyrocopter. So
You have to remember the overall tune of these close qualifiers. In order to force a tie on that lower part, the 3rd and 4th place, I believe, because the 4th place has to play another game to go into the, if I recall right, to go into the Summit qualifiers, right? So the minor qualifiers, where the 4th place between the both groups have to play a game. Figure out who goes in. So if you're 3rd place, you go in immediately. And then the one team that doesn't make it to the majors will go into the qualifiers for the minor. So if TNC wins this match, Geek Fam will be tied up. If they lose this match, there is no tiebreaker.
Grims will find another kill. This time onto Tim's on the Dark Willow now down at the bot lane. So Cignal, a very quick 3-0. 2 minutes into this game. Van doing a decent job up against Gabby on that Earthshaker. Doesn't really have a way to shut him down though as the Legion Commander, as March is going to stick around the area. Gabby going to just continue abusing that enchant totem to get these CS off. Meanwhile, Jamesy falling quite low to Armel on the Zeus. Armel does run out of mana preemptively, but he does get a bottle up, and now Jamesy may regret sticking around. Lightning Bolt, he's not going to throw it out. Salve will be there, Grims will actually go for the disruption as Jamesy does run in. Arrow connects on Armel, and this may be the 4th kill going up for Cignal Ultra, and it is. James picks it up on the Ember. They'll turn that mid lane around quite a bit for the side of Cignal.
It's almost a similar story to game 1, right? Early laning kills going the way of Cignal, just finding that pressure early on, finding those rotations paying off, and this could just be the exact same thing we're seeing in the laning phase at very least.
Bot lane, KP now gonna be in trouble. Nando will move in. Rocket Barrage being spanned up. KP though still man fighting. He'll find Grims, but KP will lose his life to Nando. And now Tims may try to find a trade. He does have the Shadow Realm available. He'll pop it. Nando hides in the trees, and it's not going to be enough damage from Tims. He couldn't drag out the duration due to the fog from Nando. He had to try. Nando will just be able to tango himself up.
A bit of a missed opportunity to punish that Gyrocopter. Still though, 5-1. Only less than 1k of a lead for Cignal. Not going to be too unhappy about that. Arrow does miss in Gabby.
Arch going to harass Eris back. Mel going after Jamesy down at the bot lane. Jamesy going to actually pop an Invis Rune and we'll be alright. They're going to try and switch this around though. Mel will find him. And Jamesy underestimating Armel with the Lightning Bolt, not realizing he can just see through the Invis with it. They will find a double on the Zeus. Tim's just laughing like an absolute maniac now.
Oh, the arrow!
Eris finds the kill on Armel apparently.
Ooh. This constant aggression coming out from Cignal is a treat to watch. Just very active in that map, finding every single kill. It does come at the cost of some form of farm though,
Nando.
as you feel that early lead being minimal.
Tims will go down again to Nando on the Gyrocopter. So it's 7-3. Less than 1k net worth lead to the side of Cignal. Tim's going to rotate in mid. It's the Dark Willow. More KP going to be in trouble bot lane. Disruption will come out from Grims. Homing missile perfectly timed with the disruption, and KP will lose his life once again on the Naga Siren. And Tims, meanwhile, helps out with finding a kill onto Eris mid lane. Jamesy, he'll be okay. It was just the Mirana that ended up going down. At the very least, Eris will be able to spill up the bottle of Jamesy once again. Now, looks like they want to go after Armel, though Armel does run into the tree line, so they might find March. The Jewel Breath comes out, Armel jukes him out and now wants to turn it. Chains do connect, but he's going to keep chasing Jamesy, and there's the Thunder God's Wrath. They'll claim another kill on this Zeus.
Right, it's a better story for TNC in this laning phase. They are finding a lot more counter kills, building up for themselves, maintaining that deficit at less than 1k. You are seeing a lot more signs of life here. I mean, this lineup is definitely working out. They are matching the aggression of Cignal to a certain extent and still finding farm around the map, so they should be very happy so far.
Still Nando, farming up very well once again this game. Gonna go straight into that Maelstrom as the Gyrocopter. So, top of the last hits board is currently Gabby on the Earthshaker. He's going into his phase boot straight off the bat. Already has a Soul Ring up, so he can just continue with that Enchant Totem spam. And Van hasn't really been able to shut him down, though he does have his level 6 now, so you could go for a duel attempt. But he will need some help. Grimm's mid lane. Gonna get caught out on the Shadow Demon. March will slow him down, and Armel should be able to pick up another easy kill. In fact, it will be KP who comes in and cleans up. Jamesy, though, gonna remnant form with Nando. Homing missile following Armel. Can they find him? There are rotations coming in. Tim's with the Cursed Crown and the Brambles. Armel still running away, still surviving.
What?
They will actually get him out of there. And now Jamesy, he has no remnants left. He's going down.
That was just a very messy fight coming out here. We see Nando again with those early rotations coming out. Doesn't pay off. Pays with his life. And now the slight lead is going to TNC. 9-8 at 8 minutes in. Very active match. Both sides really wanting to...
Gabby.
Poor Gabby.
Gabby dies once. Gets all the tips. Tim's has died like 20 times already. Nobody says a word.
Poor Gabby. That's a lot of pressure on a guy. He did use his Echo Slam as well, so maybe that's why.
Gabby probably said, look, just give me a real carry and I'll finish this game in 20 minutes. And they're like, no, you're playing Earthshaker. You're going to play whether you like it or not. KP. Disruption will be there on the Naga Siren. Homing missile will not connect this time around. KP will mirror image. Jamesy finds Armel in the mid lane while this is happening. But KP is still going to be chased down. Grimm's just going to spam the Shadow Poison. KP, Rocket Barrage. He's going to try and duke it out. In fact, come on now. You can't just do that to them. KP surely goes down. He dodges the high ground. Eris going to jump forward. We'll start with his own right clicks and he will find the kill. Jamesy comes in.
No, he survived through that last right click from Eris. That was... Oh. Woo. KP wasting a lot of time there, even forcing Jamesy down.
Well,
Pretty good use of that time.
That's the problem with us Australians, John. We don't have a very good sense of time. So we just tend to just do whatever. See what happens.
Because the blood doesn't go to your heads, Mike. Upside down
true.
is not the way to go.
That is very true, John. Thank you. Tim's. It's farming up against Nando on the Gyrocopter. And we see this again where Nando does not get any respect on the position 1 carry. They just leave him be, give him as much farm as he wants. Still, he's going to have a pretty quick Maelstrom up. Tim's could go for a kill attempt by himself. He is level 6. Top lane though, they do find the Legion Commander and Van will end up going down, but he's healing up. Thunder God's Wrath comes out. Meanwhile, Nando also drops and Tim's does manage to find the solo kill.
You can't underestimate that Dark Willow. Of course, you have that global assist from Armel, helping out a massive ton. And so, kills can just happen in the snap like that.
Well, 11-10 now. An action-packed game between these two. 2 kills per minute so far. Jamesy just trying to secure as much farm as he can, and we'll see the first Moonlight Shadow of the game coming out. Eris, we'll see what he can get done with this. Looks like he's just going to try and scout out the enemy jungle, see whereabouts Armel is, and...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Speedy rune of haste.
Tim's.
He has
Nice
his ult
one,
back
Stan.
up.
He does. Nando may have to find out the hard way. KP doesn't really have Ensnare to hold him down, but it's not like Tim's really needs it. He has his own brambles.
I am mildly concerned for Van this time around. Like, you take a look at him, he doesn't have any dual wins. Ooh, Grimm's just overextends just a bit.
Curse Crown's there. Tim's, does he want to bother? Not quite. Meanwhile, mid lane, looks like they do find March on the Jakiro, but Nando may drop for the trouble. Armel, no, Gabby, he comes in with the Echo, cleans up, and now they're still going after the Zeus, but the arrow barely whiffing. Jamesy, remnants forward, still Armel wants to continue this chase on the Ember. He'll go after Grims instead.
Oh, Armel. Wait.
Eris gonna go after Armel. That is a Zeus. Van gonna chase for the jewel. He has double damage available but can't reach. Armel still playing around with him. Now Tims, he'll be the one that gets jeweled up underneath the T1 tower of all things. They don't find the jewel victory, but they get the kill. And now they chase Gabby down. Gabby doesn't really have much mana, although he enchant totems and he hits very hard. Van gonna heal up, move forward. Arrow connects. Buyback from Tims very early on. He comes back in, but Gabby's already gone. They are gonna go after Van on the LC. They'll find him as well. Perhaps Jamesy? Perhaps he's too much of a hard target. They'll leave him be.
Oh, I just want to point out earlier on that Thundergod's Wrath usage was right after the Echo Slam from Gabby, and he could have right-clicked to get that kill. But it went to Armel.
Don't make me laugh when I'm drinking water, John.
Look, he Echo Slammed, he got them low, and Armel comes in with Thundergod's Wrath. He was running right-click away, he got stunned up from the aftershock. Just not giving Gabby anything.
Well, Gabby died once, John. He doesn't deserve anything. In fact, he died twice on this position 1 Earthshaker. Ooh, rough game, although he is rushing Aghanim Scepter, and looks like he's kind of almost there. He just needs about 2k for that. Meanwhile, Armel can get caught out. Jamesy finds him with the chains. They will claim the kill. Nice pickup from the side of Cignal. Grims also got the purge off onto March. Disrupts him up. They jump forward. They'll take down this Jakiro as well. Macropire, Ice Path. It is all very nice. March actually doing a lot of damage. Not going to be enough. Tims, meanwhile, pops the Bedlam very, very early on. We'll finish the job off with the Shadow Realm. And top lane, Van. Gabby's got an Invis Rune. Van shows himself. This could be dangerous for him. So, Gabby has left. KP doesn't want to get jeweled right now. And Van won't even bother with it. Meanwhile,
Nando?
Gabby going after Nando. Armel's there with the Thunder God's Wrath, trying to KS again, but Gabby will KS back.
Use the Echo Slam to get the kill away. It's a fight for the kills here, and Gabby finally finds one for himself. 1-2-3 now on his POS 1 Shaker.
This is like a documentary of how pub games go, John. This is just as real as it gets. Everyone just trying to take your kills away from you. Armel taking Eris. Jamesy finding Tims. And now Jamesy wants to get some revenge. They do overwhelming odds and get the jewel off Armel. Will end up going down. A nice little victory there for Van on that Legion Commander. So 18-15. We'll have a look at Dota Plus win probability just because TNC actually have 77% chance of winning apparently. Explain that to me, John.
They've got Nagasarn, they've got good farm on their Shaker, they have a Zeus who already has travels. The advantage for Cignal with their early game draft is not as big as you'd want, and they are dragging us out against a Nagasarn that is still farming up. KP is finding what he wants. Gabby has not been shut down. His timing is not amazing, but he's still going to have his Aghanims up at some point. Then he's going to dish out the damage.
Double damage empowers me.
Nando. Make it out.
Tims, once again, he's just farming up with the Bedlam. In fact, I want to point out, Tims has Hex queued up.
Yes.
Very, right before, even before the talent. He's already sure first big item he's going to have. Just going to be straight up a Hex.
I don't know what you're so surprised about, John. This is very standard in the 3K bracket. Just go straight for the Hex on the Dark Willow. It makes perfect sense. KP. Jewel up. It's going to be a nice one, but Terrorize is there, and that'll actually stop the attacks from the Legion Commander. Curse Crown comes out as well. KP getting disrupted up by Grims, but that actually helps him out. Now the Fisher KP. Mirror Image. Song's up. Gabby meanwhile has the Aghanim Scepter. March going to come back in with the Ice Path. They jump back in. They take down the Shadow Demon. And Eris. Well, he goes for more. Gabby, Eris, who did not want to stand there like that, though they may find the Earthshaker, but no, the Echo, the Ice Path, they find him mid-air. Can they punish more TNC? Cignal are going to back off.
That was a lot of patience coming out from Gabby. He did not expend that slam until he knew he could get more. So they're done goofing around with these last hits on kills. It's time to get serious. With that Aghanims up, of course, it is time to get serious. He is working towards the Yules first to fix some of his mana issues and get himself out of roots and some such stuff. We'll be getting that Blink Dagger afterwards. I'm still wondering whether or not he's going to be going for big crit items. Is he going to go for that big enchant totem hits? Or is he just going to go down the usual path for usual core shakers in that pos tree? Which is still perfectly fine. You know, it's still workable. We have seen teams actually just do that nowadays. So, you know, putting a pos 1, which is basically a tree, your pos tree basically becomes your 1. And it still works out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Smoke will come out from TNC. KP, he does pick up the Manta. Grims, Fisher, Enchant is there. They do Moonlight Shadow, but it may be all too late. The nice arrow on Gabby. He's been trapped up a bit. Still, where's the follow-up damage? They're going to try, but Gabby will just jump out. Mel seems to be around the area trying to give vision for his team. Moonlight will wear off. March, Ice Path, Nando, he gets trapped up in it. Mel, they'll purge it off thanks to Van with the press the attack. Mel just attacks from a mile away with all that magic. Brambles will end up finding the LC, and that'll be a nice, easy pickup. Terrorize is there as well. They actually get the Gyrocopter in the tree line. Gabby is looking for him. Won't be able to find him. Jamesy just TP up. Meanwhile,
All
Eris.
that was happening. KP actually managed to take a tower, and Eris is still on the run.
Yeah, Fisher connects from Gabby. He's found him. And Ice Path will connect as well. Gabby picks up another. 20 to 20 now, 20 minutes in, with a 2k net worth lead. That's a lot of twos. Go to plus. Still saying 75% TNC's way, even though Cignal Ultra have got some pretty nice farm on Nando, as well as their Ember Spirit Jamesy.
It's not big enough of a lead to really be called a snowball start for Cignal. They're still drawing even, and when they're drawing even, you have to remember the power of TNC towards that late game. You have the core Nagasarn, which you could argue the Ember Spirit and Gyrocopter clear out quite fast, but it still has ways of getting back in that game. You have the Zeus, who has that global presence when the Aghanims is up. Even without it, of course, the Thunder God's Wrath is already pretty strong. The core Shaker, which Gabby has bounced back with once he got his Ags, and is going to grow bigger and bigger with, as he has that farm prioritization. So there's a lot of scalability here. Cignal, I mean, you have the Gyrocopter, which scales great. The Ember Spirit, which also scales great. The Legion Commander is a bit more of a rough sell, mainly because you will be used for solo target lockdown as the game goes on that move.
Oh, Jamesy, Fisher, Enchant Totem, Macro Ice Path.
Ooh,
Explosion. What
that's
just happened?
massive.
Yeah, it
That's
certainly
massive for
is.
Armel. That's 600 gold straight up to him. That rushes his Ags up. He's halfway there now. And once that Ags is up, every single lane is under severe threat.
Moonlight Shadow from Cignal. So looks like they're going to try and find something out of this. They're in a 4v5 situation though. It's a bit risky as TNC are still grouped up. Gabby has his Echo available. They scouted out, but Jewel straight on the Earthshaker. Nando pops the BKB. Arrow and Gabby as well. They're just holding him down the whole time. Eris, he'll jump in. Gabby somehow alive, but it will eventually end up going down. Meanwhile, Nando does end up finding March. So I thought the Moonlight Shadow wasn't the greatest idea, but it does end up paying off quite well for the side of Cignal Ultra.
They find some massive kills without just slowing down. That Shaker finding the support on March once more, building up on their cores. Unfortunate that they did not find the dual win. That was some good game sense coming out from TNC to deny that off at the very least. But you are still finding some space around the map as Cignal. 22 to 21, still a 1k net worth lead, not the tightest in the world, not the widest gap in the world. It's still something Cignal can play around with. I would like to see TNC a bit more aware of these Moonlight Shadows. They have warded their own jungle up quite well, but they don't really have too many offensive wards.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
KP continuing to be a professional. He's going straight into the Diffusal Blade. Doing a fantastic job on the Naga Siren. Of course, Nando has eclipsed his farm on the Gyrocopter. And he's going into the Aghanim Scepter next. See how well this Naga does against that Gyrocopter once you get in those later stages of the game. You'd assume the Flak Cannon would burst those illusions down, but those illusions can get rather tanky once you get to that point where you've got a hard up. Eris, top lane, may get caught out. Gets the Fisher, Enchant Totem to follow up. Gabby will smack him in the face. Now the Ice Path macro. Another Enchant Totem. Mel will take the kill for himself. We do see the side of Cignal trying to catch up and help out. They will not make it in time though. But they do pop the drums. They're going to go after KP. KP has Song available. He's barely tanky, but they pop all remnants. And that's a massive pickup for Cignal. As Gabby will jump back in. They disrupt him up straight away. Curse Crown on Van. Van, where are you headed? Double Chains comes out from Jamesy. He runs back in. It's a big call down. Enchant Totem out for Gabby. He just wants to get the hell out of this. Terrorize as well. Send that Ember back. Van is still looking for one kill. March with the TP play. He's going to make it.
Ooh, right at the edge. Finally, March gets to live. Been a while since this guy managed to get out in a scratch like that, but does survive, and not the biggest losses for TNC. KP is a big one, but they don't bleed out anymore. They might find a couple of kills here. Armel really far forward.
And Jamesy takes advantage of it though. Eris may die though. No, Jamesy will pick up the kill, but here comes Gabby. Fisher doesn't throw it out. He doesn't have dust either. Now Fisher, no, he's just swinging the totem away. It's KP gonna start moving in and has Song available if he wishes to set up with it. They will not. (24 to 22) as Tims continues to laugh. That damn laugh, John. It's
hypnotic. It's mesmerizing. It's what was
I'm
it
not a
for
big
you?
fan.
Because
I'm
Pat-
not a big fan of the
Pat
Dark
had
Willow.
Oh, you're gonna make chat really mad, Mike.
Why's that?
They love that voice. The
Really?
copy pastas have been rolling around.
Dire's top tower.
You know the one copy pasta, which I can't say it on stream, unfortunately. No.
Well, John, I haven't been watching chat. I'm casting a Dota game right now. Not sure what you're doing. Gabby?
Ooh.
Mid-air arrow. Remnant forward. Song is there though from KP. He stops the nonsense. Says, get the hell out of here, boys. That's exactly what they do though. Van wishes to punish them. Fisher is there to stop him from pursuing. Arrow. Gabby. Gabby. Oh, the neutral saves him. Even the neutral's helping TNC out. Meanwhile, Mel and Nando are playing around with each other up the top lane. Bot lane apparently still going. Tims is playing around with Van. BKB will be forced out from Van. That was his 9-second charge going. Looks like it'll just be enough for him to walk out of there alive.
A bit of a shame that he had to use that defensively. Could they find Armel again? He's all alone.
He is. He's got his axe up though. Van rushing forward. Armel, of course, will back off.
Oh, they found him around.
Find him, Armel in trouble. No help around the area either. And Jamesy pops the BKB. Doesn't want to play around with his food.
Radiant's bottom
Cignal.
tower is under attack.
4k net worth lead for the Radiant side now. 27.5 minutes in. Gabby on this Earthshaker. Hasn't transitioned to that position 1 we wanted to see quite yet. As a duel comes out, they will find Tims as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
TNC starting to fall somewhat behind here. Gabby now, gonna get spotted out by Van.
Dire's middle tower is under
Be a
attack.
nice pickup if they could find it, and James is around the area as well. They do blink in. There's the vision, but Gabby, of course, will just jump his way out.
There are some farm issues now in TNC that they should seek to correct. Gabby's farm very far behind, still at 9.7k net worth. Compare that to the Dryer Copper at 14k, it really does look like they have prioritized KP for that farm on the Naga Siren instead.
Speaking of KP, he gets stunned up. Cooldown is there, though he should have Song available, but pops the mirror image. Still won't use the Song, he just holds on to it. Nando has BKB anyway. Doesn't find the kill though. Now Van jumps in with the duel. Terrorize is not going to come in. Song is there, but Van continues right-clicking away in the BKB. But Gabby walks out of there. Remnant, they will find him. Sleight of Fist gets the job done, and now Armel, he'll be in trouble on the Zeus. Remnant forward again. They'll find a double on this Ember. Meanwhile, March, he also goes down. And TNC will end up losing 3 for the price of absolutely nothing.
It's looking pretty darn good now for Cignal. They are finding that momentum they needed, riding off the back of Nando, who is pretty much king of net worth right now, really tearing into TNC, forcing them to take these weird fights, always finding Gabby in the wrong spots, and they have certainly been working this map quite well. 8k net worth lead, 29 to 22 at 29 minutes in, clearing out that tier 2 down bot, looking to take further control on the map. But they will play it safe. They pull back, just get some farm going. No pressure here on Cignal. Does look like they are comfy in their position.
No need to give TNC any openings in this game. This is the lead they wanted. KP trying to rush a heart now on that Naga Siren. Should have it up relatively soon as well, considering the farm speed of this Naga. Armel finds Grims. Where the hell was that? Looks like he just takes it with the Nimbus. They'd set it up for him anyway. Interestingly enough, Eris is actually going for an Aghanim Scepter himself on the Mirana. So you've got a semi-core Mirana going on here as well, as Van jumps in with his BKB, gonna find Tims and will win the duel. Now TNC though, they start moving their way down bot. Gabby gets used up, or rather uses up Van. Arrow is there though from the Mirana, but still they're bursting down this LC and he's just gone. Homing missile will be coming in. Nando gonna find Gabby, and Gabby just overextending way too far. KP with the Song trying to save, but it wasn't there quite in time. And Eris, Arrow, gonna be a pretty nice direction. KP will not take it. Nice little juke out there from him. So 31 to 24, 9k net worth lead remains for Cignal. Nando is getting real close to being up there as in terms of farm. I mean, he's 17.5k net worth now. Has the Ags up. Gonna have the Satanic up soon. Surely TNC can't control a gyrocopter with this much farm anymore.
It's going to be hard. Again, he just kind of eats through the illusions from KP. And you don't quite have enough in Gabby to comfortably say that he's on the same level. He's definitely not. There is a clear farm advantage going for Cignal now. They really need to find a way to get some more going on to Gabby, if not give a bigger lead towards KP, as they are putting all their eggs in one basket here, riding off the back of this Naga Siren. They do have a heart up in KP, working towards that Scotty now. Again, just getting all those stats in, all that value for each slot, and trying to work their way towards a cohesive front as they take these fights.
Well, they will smoke up on TNC now. So the surprise reveal of this Heart of Tarask as well on KP. Satanic, though, does just come up now on Nando. That's a big item to have on himself. It's mid lane. Do they go in? Yeah, Fisher is there straight on Grims. They'll just burst him down, though. Van, he'll jump in with the jewel as well. Nando coming in. They burst down Gabby. And now, can they find more? They'll get the chains off both March as well as Tim's. March is gone. Tim's will be the secondary. And KP, he's been left behind on the Naga. Song, TP will be there, and he's just going to get the hell out. Well, Jamesy, he tried. Still, they're going to be very happy with that team fight. Roshan is available to them, and that's exactly where they'll end up going.
It's going to be a very straightforward Rosh. No contestation coming out here from TNC. They had to expend a song to get KP out. So that's going to be Roshan just going the way of Cignal. Rather unfortunate for TNC. They try to initiate like that every single time. The patience from Van to hang back, follow up after that jump in from Gabby, and always pinning down that Shaker. Give them so much to work with. We have 114 damage now in this LC. A 12k lead for Cignal. And according to Dota Plus, it's now a 53% chance for Cignal to win this game.
Is under attack.
There you have it. Dota Plus, it was right last time around. It'll be right this time. Nando going to be finishing up that Mjolnir very, very soon. What do you even go for after that? Gabby, this position 1 Earthshaker still is not really performing to the expectations that they probably had.
The prize is mine.
Oh,
Bam? Dueling an
that was
illusion.
yeah, a bit of a mistake. Really hard to pin down a real target. They did expend Song to get KP out though, so that option's not going to be there once more.
I mean, it's basically a minute cooldown anyway. KP, we'll have it up pretty darn soon. He's going into an Eye of Skadi up next on this Naga Siren. Nando. Start pushing out this spot lane with his team. Aghanim Scepter now up on Grims on the Shadow Demon. You got 3 Purges, I believe.
Yep,
So, pretty darn good.
definitely is. It's a good amount. Doesn't manage to pin down Eris, but Gabby was trying.
Arch. Gyrocopter Illusion's going to scout out a bit in towards that jungle. Now jump in. Remnant, they will not find Armel. Moonlight Shadow immediately popped afterwards. Looks like TNC may go for a counter smoke as March did just pick one up. But the rest of TNC are kind of just farming their jungle right now. Eris. Arrow out. They won't find Gabby. They remnant the wrong way as well. Gabby is a very slippery hero to try and catch right now. Tim's Curse Crown is going to go out on Van. Brambles as well being thrown out. Jamesy will only find a Naga Siren illusion. And I heard a BKB. Oh, those are the Naga Siren illusions. Van cannot put up with them.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's forced a BKB to run away from just illusions.
They can be ridiculous. They do hit pretty hard. You can't underestimate that. Kind of have to respect it, and that was a lot of damage onto Van. Fortunate enough he gets away, but not the way you want to be popping those BKBs. It is down to a 5-second short.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's
Arch.
bottom tower is under
Pushing in the bot lane as the Chikiro will get rid of it.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Thing is, Cignal Ultra, they're just forcing in that mid lane. Top lane was already taken down by Nando on Cignal. Nando will go ahead and try to clean up that mid tier 2 tower as well now, though that bot lane is being pushed in heavily. March with the Liquid Fire can just start spamming that out on the tier 3, and Eris, he'll be the one to come down. Tim's looks like he found the Radiant Courier while all this was happening. They are going to try and punish him. The Brambles are there. Tim's juking out, but there's the Jewel coming out. But they can't get the damage out while those Brambles are there. But eventually they will find him. Now Gabby going to jump straight into Nando. Call down will come through, but Gabby will be okay. As Jamesy will continue the chase with his Aghanim Scepter. Gabby continues walking away, or rather jumping away.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, don't mind me. Just a wee fairy going about her business.
Dire's middle
Of course, the Aegis does end up expiring.
Some very patient game from both sides. Tier 2 down mid finally being taken out does allow Cignal to really just take control in all of the jungles now. So they can definitely just start farming up quite safe. There are a couple of wards left around the area though, but they do have that gem up on Grims. They managed to take control of the ward game once again.
We do have a pause coming out, Jamesy. What?
My whiskers, that's good stuff.
There's a spider. There's a spider.
For a lesson.
Jamesy. Oh my god, Gumbado. Oh my goodness.
Can't play Ember Spirit if there's a spider laying around, John.
You know us. There you go. Got the spider.
Wow.
All is well. Yeah, it's not like we don't have those inhuman things like Huntsman and Redbacks.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of cute that you guys pause for spiders. We just played through it in Australia. We just put up with it while they're crawling all over us. Can spiders in the Philippines even kill you?
I don't think so, actually. We don't have anything like Redbacks.
Well, that's very cute, John.
I know. I know. Oh, well, TNC, with the entire map cleared out now in terms of towers for them, it's going to be a bit harder for them to contest certain objectives. That Roshan is going to be the big one, of course. We'll find out when it responds in a minute and a half. The good thing for TNC is that they can hold this high ground forever. KP might go for a kill here.
Eris.
Oh, Dave Milk.
Doesn't get much Riptides out, but he does find the kill just mid-leap. They may try to punish Van. BKB's up. But he jewels the illusion.
BKB on Nando as well. They used a lot to try to find that kill that wasn't actually a thing.
Yeah, KP just playing mind games with the Naga Siren. This is a bit rough as Nando does pick up a Blink Dagger now on the Gyrocopter. Fair enough. Needs that mobility he feels. It is one of those games where everyone's just kind of flying around the map. You need something for this gyro to break the distance. Jamesy, random slide of fist into the trees, perhaps? Yes, there will be. He finds Gabby. Remnants out.
Huh. Would have been a pretty solid kill. Or at least forcing Gabby to use his 10-second BKB. That would have been a win in of itself. Regardless, it looks like Cignal is just going to be setting up around that Roche pit. Still about 20 seconds until we find out when it will be up. With the pace of this game going the way it is, we are starting to see the supports really build up. Tim's, this entire match, he had the Hex queued up. He actually bought a Blink instead, is going for that Ags into Mjolnir. So he's very confident this game would go long enough for him to be a machine gun.
Fantastic.
Which is fair enough. And you take a look, of course, at the supports on the side of Cignal. They're doing well. You already have the Ags on Grims and such. But they only have so much more to grow. That Moonlight Shadow is spotted out by the God's Wrath.
While they did Moonlight Shadow, the Octarine Core just came out on Jamesy now. So everyone's getting 6 slotted on the side of Cignal Ultra. Meanwhile, KP's really the only one getting to that stage on the side of TNC. Roshan will probably be the next play for this Radiant side. It will be up in about 6 seconds from now. But bot lane, Tim's kind of just showing himself, Remnant forward, he blinks out, Shadow Realm into the TP. Though Arrow connects, Eris, he finds him. And Tim's will be punished for his insolence. In fact, Van wants to have a duel. And he will indeed get the victory.
166 damage in this LC. It's going to be very hard to face up against.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I won't lie.
Gabby. Fisher finds Eris. Van is here but doesn't have Jewel available right now. Arrow though. Gabby will dodge. Mel was already TPing out anyway. They still want this Earthshaker, and here comes Nando. BKB up from Gabby though. Force him to get the hell out of there with that, and there's a 10-second charge being used up. Meanwhile, KP ends up finding one. Pops a song. Jamesy is going to make the chase. This is still a very risky play to make. KP may just turn around and fight this. Chains are going to be there. Van, BK pull. Jewel is there. 3 remnants out as well from Jamesy, and they blow him up. They find him. And with that straight to the Roshan pit, it will be for the side of Cignal Ultra.
It's going to be a very straightforward take. There can be contention from TNC because they still have that Echo Slam up on Gabby. BKB is on a 20-second cooldown though. They're going to have to wait that out if they want to contest. They might just jump in. They might be forced to.
Ice Path March slows it down. Nando though pops the BKB. Gabby wanted to jump in but couldn't quite. Still Aegis is taken by Nando. Now they go for the full scale team fight. Gabby about to drop and does. They get the Aegis though. Tims does get Eris on the Mirana. Jamesy will take care of Tims on the Dark Willow. They get another duel for Van on that LC. And at this point, I think Van may have wished he went for that plus 40 duel damage, because it would have really been paying off right now. Still though, a 4-man wipe. They are going to go straight through that mid lane.
Definitely will. Going to be a straightforward push. Do not have the buyback in the Shaker. They do have the buybacks in the other 2 heroes though.
I suppose the AoE press the attack is pretty darn good as well. Surely you go for more here. Cignal, they do not. They did the same thing last game.
Yeah, giving opportunities to TNC to bounce back in. I mean, they're going to go for those shrines. But I guess they're scared of that high ground defense. You have to respect the Zeus with the Nimbus and the Arc Lightning spam. You have to respect the, the buyback for KP was still available. He just didn't opt to use it. So he had a patience for that. But taking this game slow does give TNC ways back in. And we saw what happened last time when you give them way back in. They just find one good fight and force everything away from you. So you have to be very cautious about that with Cignal. You have to know when to push your advantage while TNC is down. You keep them down and try to get as much done as possible. As we are at the 46-minute mark, just in the snap, just like that.
Does feel like it went pretty darn fast, and another pause will come out this time from TNC. This time the call will be lag.
A gift from the night.
Balance in all things.
So 46 minutes in, 16k net worth lead. Cignal Ultra though, if they can't take those high ground advantages when they have the chance, I don't know if they can pull off this victory, because TNC, you give them one opportunity. I mean, they're up against the Naga Siren. KP can split push for the next day if he wants to. He can just keep pushing out waves over and over again with this Naga. And although you are basically 6-slotted on all your cores on the side of the Radiant, TNC don't really seem to mind. I mean, they haven't lost to Rax yet, even though they're 16k behind.
They definitely don't seem to mind. Dota Plus doesn't seem to mind as well, Mike. 47% chance for TNC, 53% chance for Cignal. How is this game still dead even? How is the first game dead even? But I don't reckon it's wrong. Yeah, that's the feeling I get. It's not exactly wrong because TNC still has a lot of power. Even if they have the 17k deficit, they are holding their own just fine.
It looks like Nando on the Gyrocopter is going for the Abyssal Blade as his perhaps final item. Doesn't actually have the a Moonshot or anything like that up yet. Just wants that added form of Disable, especially up against that Earthshaker that's just continuously jumping in on top of him. Bot lane. Looks like they almost found the Dark Willow. Instead, they will have to suffice for the Jakiro. Ice Path, though, will slow things down, but Van will pick up another victory.
Yikes, just 2 slashes and out goes March. That has been the story for March throughout these 2 games, isn't it? Just deleted off the map.
That's his job, John. Doing a great job.
It's a great job, it doesn't sound fun.
No, it doesn't. Cignal, they smoke up. No vision of that smoke. TNC. How will they react? They're already kind of waiting in the tree line right now. Armel could pop the ultimate to find out, and well, the smoke is broken now. Nando couldn't quite find out where they were fast enough. Tim's actually just going to go back in anyway. Throws in the brambles. Armel, a lot of damage. Just with that lightning bolt being thrown out on Nando.
He does have that arc lightning talent now at 25, so every arc does 300 damage. Pretty nice.
It is very nice indeed. And KP has almost 8k gold now. So, Bloodthorn coming up for him. And, I mean, he can basically just buy it. He's holding on to buyback gold, which is fair enough. Eris, gonna blink forward. They are gonna go straight after Gabby once again on that Earthshaker. Gabby just gonna walk out. Now Mirana, Gabby, he jumps back into no. Disruption saves the day for the Mirana for now, but no. Mel will find the kill. Now KP, he'll go after Grims, clean up that Shadow Demon. Meanwhile, Van does end up biting Tims on the Willow. And Jamesy is still going after this Earthshaker. Gabby really wants to kill on the Shadow Demon. Still doesn't TP away quite yet as Jamesy going to continue the chase. BKB up. Gabby trying to man fight this. It's not going to work out well for him as he does go down. And KP remnant forward from the Ember. They keep going. Does have a heart. But he can't really get away, so he'll take down another in March. Now just go after Armel, who's just throwing out all these spells left, right, and center. Burst him down as well. There's only one man left, and that is KP. He won't even TP out. He'll split push first. TP later. That's 4 heroes down for the side of TNC. And Van, well now KP will show himself.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The funny thing is, they don't even want to try to go up against KP, even 4v1. They just want to go after a tier 3 or a Rax. Problem is, they don't have any creeps, because they're versing a Naga Siren.
This is... I mean, Nano's trying. God bless his heart. He's trying.
Dire's middle barracks.
One hero can't beat... Oh, no, finally. They go through it.
Go for the tier 4. That's the play, Nando. This is the way you do it. Don't waste any time. KP will threaten. Chains will come out, just holding that Naga Siren in place. She'll have Song in 6 seconds. Armel, he'll blink out when he sees the Remnant. They'll find the first Rax of the game. Cignal now. Looking like they're in a prime position. 26k net worth lead at that 51-minute mark. The gyrocopter currently has 38k worth of net worth. Wonder how far he can take this.
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes pretty far. One Rax down now, TNC, but they are still looking strong. They have found Eris once again.
Yeah, well, Moonlight Shadow popped, but they will find the kill. The rest of Cignal will not initiate any further. Nando, where are you going, sir? Back to the mid lane.
All Pims caught out again.
Van, he's got a lot of dual damage. He's hitting for over 500 per right click. It's nothing to laugh at. And Nando, he's had enough, John. He's just split pushing as a gyrocopter now.
Dire's courier.
Gets the courier as well. They are chasing this gyrocopter though, but this could be bait. TNC around the area. There's the Echo coming out. Nando, he's so darn low, but he pops the Satanic. He'll turn this one around. The Remnant forward from the Ember. He wants March. Meanwhile, KP with the Song holding them all back. And well, Jamesy, can he find a kill? He will, of course, take March on first. Now Armel, but Armel blinks out. KP's low, though. The Naga, she's gone. She'll bow back immediately. And TNC cannot afford to die anymore on these calls as the buybacks are starting to run out. Remnant forward again, but Armel will just blink back. Though, Jamesy, he'll just keep dodging and dodging and dodging. As Nando, he'll just jump straight in like a man. March is already so darn low, but now he may be in trouble. He doesn't have his BKB charge available. Gabby will jump in. Nando again just manning up. Jamesy, he finds a kill into March. It was a dieback on the Jakiro. And that's going to be the second Rax down. One more to go for Megas. Though Gabby, he doesn't seem to be done. He can't find anyone to pick off. And we've gotten so far into the game, John, that Grims has a refresher orb now on the Shadow Demon. So you have six purges.
Ah,
6.
sounds pretty balanced to me. Of course, Grims has been doing a lot of work. And Cignal just taking it slow and steady. They know they have the advantage now, a very clear advantage. Dota Plus finally agrees. 75% up against a 0.5% chance of TNC winning. They definitely got the upper hand here. They can go into that Roche Pit. It does have that refresh orb as well. They will go in. It should melt. How long will it take with this LC? Not very long.
No, definitely not. Van is hitting like an absolute truck. Nimbus will come in, but TNC does not have time to react to this. Cignal, Nando already making space for that Aegis. Don't leave the rest behind, boys. There's still more. Grims, yeah, he's going to take the refresher shard. So now he's got 9 purges, because 6 wasn't enough. Not sure if he has the mana pool for that, but you could probably make the argument TNC's going to be walking pretty darn slow in these team fights, John. There's also 6 disruption charges that's going to be here with these refreshers.
That's going to be lovely. Just a lot of utility coming out from Grimm's this time around. Of course, the most basic thing he needs to do is really just clone these KP illusions in the first place.
Nando.
That would be enough.
KP and Gabby around Nando. Nando's just moving forward. He just doesn't care. Call down is going to come out. Fisher's just stopping for a moment, and the song comes out as well. But you've got to be worried about Van, who does beat KP up. He wants that duel so darn bad on KP. He'll keep chasing after it. Nimbus is there to slow him down. Now they're in his forward as well. Jamesy, he can't find it. KP just juking around. March, he'll probably be the first one down. Van, he just wants one duel target. Meanwhile, Armel, though, he finds Grim, so forget about all those purges we talked about. Jamesy, he does find March. Now Nando, who does he aim for? Gabby, KP, they're all fighting. Van does end up going down on the LC, and TNC are bringing it back their way as Jamesy, he finds Armel, but Gabby has Echo up and ready to go. Nando falling down low, he will Echo in the end. He finds the Aegis. Jamesy's down as well thanks to the Bloodthorn. And KP,
Nando?
well, Nando looks like he is going to go down, though he is satanicking. He's fan finding up. KP going to end up going down as well, or maybe not. He'll make a run for it. They get him with a Dagon. There's no buybacks available apart from Gabby and Tim's. Cignal. They've done it, John. Surely they can finish this game.
Only two heroes for the defense. You don't have the Nagasfire and the biggest hero there. You
There's
don't have the
Divine.
Echo Slam.
Nando buys the Divine. He's had enough.
There you go.
He's manning up.
Finally!
Remnant forward. Tim's. He's not laughing anymore, John. It's the fountain dive. Jamesy, be careful about that. Gabby,
Oh, that's it.
how do you slow this down? The Ancient, I mean, it's just so much damage, and Cignal Ultra will be able to pull off a Game 2 victory. They'll find another duel on Tim's, and that'll be the end of that. They take one game off TNC before the group stages end.
They've given TNC the run of their money here. Cignal giving TNC their only draw in series. Unfortunately, I do believe that means Geek Fam is going to be stuck there at the 4th place. So they're going to have to play in Phase 2 tomorrow, I believe. They do have to play against the other 4th placer on Group B side. So whoever won between SGD and Boom is what Alpha X hashtag. No, is what. No. It's like Geek Fam's fine. Geek Fam's totally fine. They don't need to tie break with Alpha X hashtag with Cignal Ultra for any spot. Yeah, no, they're fine. They're 3rd place. It's whatever. But Cignal Ultra giving it to TNC. TNC still top of their groups. Both of these guys are going on to the playoff stage. So 3 teams there will go into the majors. 1 team will drop to the minor qualifiers. And I do believe we have a tiebreaker that should be coming up soon. A best of 1 death match between Alpha X hashtag and Reality Rift to determine the 4th placer, who will then play against the opposing 4th placer in Group A.
Well, it's only one tiebreaker, right?
Yeah, just 1 best of 1.
And who's it between?
Alpha X hashtag and Reality Rift.
I apologize, John. It is so late. My
It really
apologies,
is.
sir. Alright, well there you have it. We'll head off to those tiebreakers. I believe there will be a short break while they organize the tiebreaker. But it is MLP Dota and John X Fire. If you are enjoying, consider following us on Twitter if you want to support. We'll probably be on Facebook pretty soon as well. John and I have been pretty lazy about making a Facebook page. Other than that, we'll see you very soon for the tiebreaker. Hopefully it won't be too long of a wait. Be right back.